He could go all the way. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Go, 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 go. The Bills make me wanna. The Bills make me wanna. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Go, 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 go.
Pizza, pizza.
The Bills make me wanna.
Woohoo! Let's go, boy! It is time. It is time. We are here live. I've been gone for a couple weeks, guys. I've had some shit going on. Okay, look it. I want to hype this up. I'm going to get pumped. I'm going to get excited. We're talking Bills. We're talking everything going on right now. We got the draft. We got off-season stuff. We got 2019 lookouts. We got everything going on right now. But I got to tell you guys, I've been gone for a couple weeks. I apologize. Okay, you have 4 kids. They're all in daycare. Like, they get sick. My wife's a preschool teacher. Everybody gets sick all the time. Everybody's coming home with a sickness. And once one of them gets something, they all get it. Every single one of them. So G-Show here, he got hit with a stomach bug. We got some infections. I mean, we got everything under the sun hit me all the last 2 weeks. Plus, I own my own landscape company. So it's that time of year. Shit's getting crazy out here. But we're here. We're talking with you guys. We're hanging out for a little while here. John, let's go. G-Show, let's go. Bills Mafia, man. What up, G, man? Let's go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We got a lot to talk about here. We got a lot to dive into. I haven't done anything since the draft. And the draft night was a shit show for me. So I was delayed. I was behind you guys. I was a minute behind. You guys were fucking telling me every single draft pick before I could even see it go down. You guys are assholes. But we're good. We're here. Let's break it down. Bills Mafia says, I can't believe the Bills got David Sills as undrafted. He had the most CDs out of any wide receiver in college football last 2 years. Yeah, man. Sills. See, the problem is with these undrafted guys is I have such low expectations because like, if John, what's up? The draft was so dope. Let's go. I agree, man. I think we killed it. Ronald, yo, what's up? Let's go. David Hawkins, me too. Glad you're back, brother. Let's go Buffalo. Man, I miss you guys. Let's go. I'm pumped to be here. But with the undrafted free agents, it's like, man, there's a reason these guys go undrafted. It's hard for me to have high hopes for these guys because it's like, yeah, I watch the highlights of Sills, and I got a buddy that's a big West Virginia fan, and it's like, man, he looks like a stud. He looks like he has what it takes to have some juice in the NFL. And we hit with Foster last year, undrafted free agent guy. But why the fuck was he an undrafted free agent? There's a reason behind it, you know? So it's going to be fun to watch Sills get out there and get up and make some plays, but you never know. It all comes down to the OTAs, the mini camps, preseason, all the above. David says he'll learn from Beasley for sure. Timothy Ruth, let's go. So happy for Voshan. Dude, Timothy, I am in. We're diving in. I got highlights of all these guys. I got video of all these guys. Voshan is my guy. Okay, my guy. Bills Mafia, he'll be this year's Robert Foster. Him and Duke Williams. I mean, how many wide receivers have we got, guys? I mean, how are we gonna get all these guys on the field? Hopefully, it's a solid group of a bunch of really good wide receivers that, you know, the cream will rise to the top. But damn, we're getting full at the wide receiver room. I think Sills has a decent chance to make the roster because him and Duke Williams offer something different than everyone else. Voshan is the jam, says John. Nick, I agree. He's different. He's what we need in the wide receiver room. 100%. 100%. But the problem is, again, undrafted. Who's he going to play over? Is he going to play over Zay Jones? Is he going to play over Foster? Is he going to play over John Brown? Maybe in the red zone. Is he going to play over Duke Williams? Everybody talks about Duke Williams, and now Sills. Sills is now the guy everybody's fucking talking about. It's like, I don't know. I don't see him getting over those guys. I'd love to see it. I love cool stories like that. And look, at the end of the day, with the talent we already know we have, you throw a guy like Sills, and he outplays these guys, boom, let's go. Let's go. It's only added more competition, more depth. I like it. I like the kid's story. I like the intangibles. I like his size. I like what he has to offer. But and watching his highlights is sick. But come on, he's undrafted for a reason. I mean, there's how many picks in the draft? You know what I mean? There's 200 something, 300 something picks in the draft, and he couldn't get in there. Hussein says, have you seen how hey, Hussein, right? I got it. I'm in. I remember you. Have you seen how ripped Zay Jones got? Yeah, dude. He's stacked. Zay is stacked. I'm pumped. John says we have a bunch of guys that can get the job done, which isn't a bad situation, which is a really nice feeling, but leaves tons of questions. That's right. It's a shit show. That's why you guys need to make sure you are following along while I'm covering the Bills during training camp this year because, these guys are going to be standing out. Certain wideouts, it's going to be a constant rotation of who's in and who's out with the first team, the second team, and whatnot. So, these guys, these Sills, the Isaiah McKenzie's, the Duke Williams, these guys are going to be rotating in with Josh Allen. Who's gonna shine? Who's gonna shine? I'm gonna let you guys know the whole time. Matthew, let's go, man. Thanks for hanging out. Better this way than last year when they grabbing at straws, trying to find players to put in the field. That's right. And I think that's the game plan in general here for the Bills, obviously. I mean, look at it. We're bringing in a bunch of talent wide receiver. We're bringing in a bunch of talent at O-line. And instead of last year where it was like, oh, shit, we are in a predicament here. We're going to have some serious problems. Where can we scramble and find guys? This year we have a ton of talent on both sides. And really every position that we need help in, where we struggled last year, we have a ton of talent. Who wants it? Who's gonna fight for that number 1 spot, that number 2 spot? Who's gonna be our top wideouts? The problem is again with all the wideouts we have, we just brought in Cole Beasley and John Brown, and again here I go on these fucking tangents because you guys are lit right now. I appreciate you guys hanging out and commenting. But we brought in John Brown and Cole Beasley. We're giving them $8-9 million a year each. Okay, what happens if Foster and Zay are clear cut above? Because they're still young. They're still young as fuck. Cole Beasley and John Brown are they're vets. They've been in the league a little while. Cole's always going to play the slot, right? So Cole's going to see the field. But when it comes to John Brown, especially Robert Foster and Zay start balling. Duke Williams starts balling. And we got this guy, John Brown, we're paying him $9 million a year, and he can't see the field because our other wideouts are younger. maybe not faster, but just pretty close, and they got that extra boost, and they're playing really, really well. I mean, I can definitely see that happen. I could see John Brown not being able to get off the bench. I hope that's not the case, but I could see it. David, being underestimated for minor faults like size can get you undrafted. Eddie Yarbrough is undrafted. Yeah, Eddie Yarbrough also is a glorified bench warmer. I like Eddie Yarbrough, and I hope he's not watching. Yikes. I love you, Yarbrough. I love him, but he's a guy that comes off the bench and can make some plays here and there. There's a lot better examples than Eddie Yarbrough for guys that went undrafted. But I hear what you're saying. 100% upgrade at every position, especially depth-wise. Absolutely. Not sure about the receivers and defensive ends. Wesley, what's up, man? How we doing? Defensive ends is another thing we're going to be talking about. We're talking about Shaq Lawson. We're talking about Jerry Hughes. Tonight, it's defensive end. I think our D line is the only place we have any more questions. We're set. You'd have to think we're set at O-line. I'm pumped to talk about the O-line. I've never said those words in my entire life. And I'm, for the first time in my entire life, I'm saying, second time now, I'm ecstatic to talk about our O-line, especially since we got our boy Cody motherfucking Ford. Should have been a first rounder, Cody motherfucking Ford. Everybody had him going in the first round. Everybody. I don't have it lined up, but there's a video. I hope you guys saw it. If you haven't, wait till this is over and go check it out. Brandon Bean. Oh, speaking of which, hold on. You guys on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Come on, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. You guys on Facebook, like this thing and give it a share. Come on. The fuck? So, Brandon Bean. Oh, this is so awesome. For you guys that haven't seen the video yet. And look, before the draft, I was talking with you guys a bunch. Like, I can't stay on the fucking straight path here. I keep jumping all over the place. But I kept talking to you guys. How sweet it would be to get an inside view of the draft room. One Bills drive the draft room, the war room, see what's going on. And the Bills, they took my advice. They took the G-Show advice. They got dogs out there. Look at there's guys in the Bills organization that are watching Blindsided Sports. They're part of the Blindsided squad deep down inside. I don't know if it's you guys on YouTube, if it's you guys on Facebook. There's a mole in there. There's a mole in there. Because the shit we talk about on Monday, you tune in Tuesday to little John Murphy, and it's like, oh, these guys are talking Vegas over-unders, like the G-Show was on Blindsided Squad last night. Well, what's going on? The G-Show's talking about how we want some inside view of the draft room, and a couple days after the draft goes, there's some inside view for the first time ever of the war room. Okay? We're out here making moves. Blindsided Squad, let's go, John. Nick, what's up? Oh, man, we lit. Corey, let's go. Glad you're back, man. Missed the show. Thanks, Corey. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. I'm back. I'm better than ever in this motherfucker. All right. So, what I was saying, Cody Ford, my guy. We're going to jump right to him right now. We'll get back to that, however. Cody Ford, projected to go in the first, right? He slides to the second, right? Bills are thinking, at 40, they're like, oh, boy, he keeps sliding. He keeps sliding. We're going to snag him. We're going to get Cody Ford. O-lineman goes. Okay, Panthers trade up. And they show the video of Bean finding out that the Panthers traded up to 37, I believe. And he looks at Pagula. He looks at Terry Pagula and goes, it's Panthers. They need O-line. They need a tackle. It's going to be Ford. And he was devastated. Bean was devastated. You could see it in his face. The man was like, he was on the verge of tears because he thought first round projected Cody Ford, OT, offensive tackle, where we need young stars, okay, was going to fall right into our lap at 40, okay? And then the Panthers announced their pick, Greg Little, and they show one of Bean's assistants going, it's Little. And Bean's face goes, and then they instantly get on the phone. They make that trade up. They give up their second, fifth round pick to move up a couple slots with the Raiders, and bang, Cody Ford is a Buffalo Bill, projected first round pick. He was at the fucking draft. He was projected to go in the first round. He was at the draft. We got a steal. All these offensive linemen that we brought in, all of them, the Nasekis, the Felicianos, the Waddles, Mitch Morse, the Spencer Long, all these guys that we brought in, they're now fighting. Dawkins is going to start. We know Dawkins is going to start. We know Mitch Morse is going to be that center, right? And we know Cody Ford is going to be the right tackle. They already said it. Beans already said it. Everybody, every ESPN analyst, every NFL analyst has said Cody Ford is a fucking plug-in starter. Bang, day one, right? So we have a left tackle, we have a right tackle, and they're saying Dawkins might be guard. Whatever. We got 3 of the 5 O-linemen started, plugged in right away. So all these guys that we brought in, they're fighting for 2 spots. The two of these guys that we brought in, the 6, 7 guys, however many guys we brought in, they're fighting for 2 spots. That is fucking awesome. Plus Wyatt Teller, plus the young. Our old line's going to be lit this year, is what I'm trying to get at here, guys. Cody Ford, they're saying he's a mauler. He can get out and block. This is huge. Shady McCoy loves him. I got to get to these comments. I'm sorry, guys. I'm lit. John says, I have to say, John Brown knows how to get open. It's very impressive. Absolutely is, especially his speed, man. That he can get some separation, especially downfield, man. Once he gets to like 15 yards down the field or any further than that, no matter what route he's running, he knows how to get some separation. Outside looking in, hey, Blindsided, good to see you, brother. See any depth holes you're concerned about on the team? We're going to talk depth chart outside. We're going to talk depth chart here. We're going to get to it. Wide receiver will be Brown, Foster, Zay, Beasley, Williams. I could see it. The wide receivers, it's all up and down. John Roberts says, hi, Nick. Bills aren't trading for Clowney as much as I would like as Iggy Ounce is more realistic, being valued as draft picks. As much as Deshaun will be take the Clowney and they pay him. All right. Yeah, I think the Clowney thing is fading. I think the Clowney thing is not. It's not looking good. Hussein says if Khaleesi could slip on Starbucks coffee on Game of Thrones, the Bills could throw an amazing offense. Look at guys. Look at. Okay. You guys want to fuck with me? You guys want to fuck around with the G Show? Please don't. Look at Game of Thrones. Okay. Everybody watches Game of Thrones. I've been sick for 2 weeks, cooped up in bed. I've been watching Game of Thrones. I'd never seen it until 2 weeks ago. I'm on season 7. Nobody fuck with me, please. You guys already ruined my draft night, okay? Be nice to the G Show here. Jack, which Bill on the roster now will not make the 53 and then go be awesome for the Patriots? Oh, Shady McCoy. Langdon, Warmack 2. Warmack. You mean Spain, I think? Timothy, Spain is a mauler. Langdon, what's up? Yeah, or Spain. Not Warmack. Yeah, Spain. That's probably our plug-in guard. Spain's probably our right or left guard. So we're really, between all these guys that we brought in, they're fighting for one spot. Because I really think Spain's got the juice. I think he's got the juice. Oh, boy. Ricochet, let's go. Hey, how far do you think the Bills going to go next season? Ricochet, you're new to the channel. I haven't seen you yet. I love all my guys here. We got all the guys, right? You're new. What do you think the Bills are going to do this year, you ask? I think they're going to the fucking Super Bowl. I know. It doesn't sound realistic, but I think they're gonna get 11 wins. I think they're gonna get 11 wins, and once you get into the playoffs, who knows? It all depends on how the squad's playing. But I think we got a great defense, which we're gonna get into. People talking shit. Oh, God, Colin Cowherd. I'm gonna fucking roast his ass. I'm gonna roast Colin Cowherd's ass tonight. What a bum. Pissing me off. What about Sills, though? I think he's an interesting tryout for y'all. Langdon, what's up, man? What's up, Langdon? We're getting up soon, man. We are getting up soon. I think about it every single goddamn day. Don't sleep on it. A week from today, it's our time, Dino. Yeah, I'm excited about Sills. Excited to see what he's got. We already talked about it earlier before you showed up here, but he's undrafted for a reason. He's got some things that are definitely worth it getting excited about. But who's a wide receiver there? He's like a Braden Riley to me. He's like a Riley. Maybe he turns out to be a fan favorite, but don't know if he's got the juice for it. All right, look at. Let's take a step back here. Nobody's commented for a minute here. Let's go. We got off-season dates, guys. This is the things we got to look forward to. Rookie minicamp, May 10th to 12th. Okay, this is when the rookies get a chance to come in, undrafted guys. Any guys that they sign from here to then. Ronald Lennox, 10-6, kiss my ass. Come on, Ron. Come on, have some respect. I'm just messing with you, but seriously. Come on, don't be disrespectful. It's when the guys get to come in and get on the field and show some juice. Show some juice what we got going on. We got the voluntary, organized team activities. I think it's 7 sessions they get total. You can do the 7-on-7, the 8-on-8, the 9, you know what I mean, 11 on, no pads, and it's voluntary. This is all voluntary, which we know how the Bills organization is run. Our guys will fucking be there. Our guys are going to be there. I don't care. It doesn't matter if it's Ed Oliver or Shady McCoy. Our guys are going to be there, okay? So, not really much going on. This is like the big lull of the year because up until as soon as the season ends, like it's time to get pumped about draft, right? There's a bunch going on. This is like, okay, well, it's a lot of practices until the end of July. So really we got like 2.5 months. You know what I mean? We got fucking 10, 11 weeks until shit is really start cranking. So it's G-Shell's going to be here. We're going to be talking. We're going to be on the hype train. And who else would you rather be on the hype train with than me? Let's go. John, all we have to be is 15% better than last year to make a run. I think that's a pretty fair number. Between all of our additions and the competition it will bring to the team, the Bills will improve tremendously. Absolutely, I totally agree. Ed Oliver, Chris W., what's up, man? Ed Oliver is going to disrupt the line of scrimmage so much. It's going to be great for Edmonds' development. You fucking nailed it. Hughes should have an uplift in production if we sign Ansa. That could take us over the top. See, all this talk about Ansa, I'm under the belief that we don't need to get Ansa, okay? As much as it would be nice because we think we have this problem at the edge. And I think Hughes is going to be more of a problem than the other side. I think hopefully Hughes has another year or two of production left, but he's also getting older. But I think Shaq Lawson's going to ball out this year. Look at Shaq Lawson's development. Between year 1 to year 2, okay, a little bit of development there. Year 2 to year 3, okay. Year 3 for Shaq was huge. Last year was big for Shaq. He showed that he had some serious potential at that outside edge. He made a ton of big plays, and he was really, really good against the run. And then this year, he's playing for the money. They declined. Oh, let's get into it. Fuck. God damn it. I have an order for all this shit, but, man, I got to talk about Shaq. Okay, so to finish up the important stuff here, Bills-Colts, August 8th. Guys, training camp, late July. Training camp. I'm going to be lit. I'm going to be in it. I'm going to be in training camp live. We're going to be there. Come hang out. Okay? Come hang out. But we're talking about Shaq. Let's talk about Shaq. Shaq, man, his name is the toughest thing about him. I don't know, Maestro. Come on now. Nobody can argue he had a good year last year. Nobody could say he didn't. Shaq Lawson last year was tipping balls at the line, giving them hands up, Shaq, and we'd be straight. Absolutely. Man, he played with some ferocity, man. He was so intense. He plays with so much emotion. He gets a crowd going. I love the way Shaq plays. And this year, he already put it out on Instagram the other day. He's playing for that contract. He said it's a contract year. As much as I hate that, as much as I hate the fact that he needs to be playing for a contract for him to ball out, whatever the motive is for you to go as hard as you can, to bust your ass, try as hard as you can. Look, if it's not just the love of the game, if it's not just the fact that you want to play your ass off for your teammates, for your family, to win a Super Bowl, if money's your main motivation, then so be it. This is it for Shaq. The millions and millions and millions of dollars on the line for him this year. He's going to ball out. Shaq's going to have the biggest year of his career. He's going to be opposite of Jerry Hughes. Ed Oliver's going to take so much attention off these guys on the edge. They're going to have Starr lined up with Ed Oliver. Okay, Starr or Harry Phillips. They like to rotate. Quite a bit. They're going to have these guys lined up in the middle with Jerry and Shaq on the outside, or Yarborough, or Alexander, or Trent Murphy, a healthy Trent Murphy. We have so much juice on the D-line right now. I think our D-line is going to be possibly the most improved because our secondary is going to be great. I really think our D-line is going to shine this year. Let me know what you guys think. Man, YouTube is lit. Fuck Facebook. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you guys that are on Facebook, but my guys on YouTube, you guys are balling right now. Ronald said, yeah, but they said they're not picking up Shaq Austin's 5th year. Is Shaq starting? Maestro, yeah, I do believe so. Yeah, and Ronald, with the 5th year, I agree. I agree with the move that they made. It's pretty much the Bills saying, put up or shut up. Ball out or we're not going to pay you. Why would we guarantee, as soon as I say fuck Facebook, I drop a bunch of viewers. Why would we pay the guy if he's been somewhat inconsistent to this point? It's like, okay, if we guarantee, he already said, contract year, balling out. It's contract year, I'm balling out. If he said that, then what? Okay, so we give him 2 more years, next year's contract year, then what? You're not going to ball out this year? I mean, he probably killed himself. He's shooting himself in the foot. Chris said, that's true. Selfishly, I want Otson because he's more of a true pass rusher than Lawson. Absolutely. Austin is great in the run, and you're right, he does bring juice to the game. But why not have both? Why not have both? Because Ziggy's going to be expensive. I think he's going to get $6 to $8 million a year, and that's about all the cap we have left, minus, you got to have spare throughout the year. But if we're going to bring in any more free agents, that would cap us out. We picked up that D late in the draft, too. Again, Daryl Johnson. We'll talk about him a little bit. I don't see, when it comes to the 6th, 7th rounds, I just don't see a lot of value there. Yeah, once in a great, every year there's 1 or 2 guys that come out from the 6th, 7th round and have good years. Okay, so that's, percentage chance of us having one of those guys, very, 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 very low. I don't, it's a cool pickup. Especially you watch some of Daryl Johnson's highlights, and he was pretty impressive, really, but I don't really look a lot into the 6th, 7th round picks. Imagine this scenario. John Roberts says, Bills come out and repeat the Vikings game over and over and over. I think it's gonna happen. Maybe not the Vikings game, but I think the Bills are gonna have 5 or 6 blowout wins this year, like 15, 14 or more points. I think our defense is gonna just shut people the fuck down, and our offense is going to be much improved. Ronald, I wanted him to pick up his 5th year option. Tell me why. Ron. Tell me why you pick up Shaq's contract when he said money year. He needs the money year to ball out. Why do we pick up a contract for a guy that says that? Beauchamp, make the squad. He looks like a 15-yard penalty waiting to happen on film. Okay, now let's fuck it. I'm pumped about Beauchamp too. Timothy, let's go. Still here, my guy. Ricky, how do you think Ed Oliver and how immediately of an impact he'll have his rookie season? I think he's a day one, game one difference maker. You put him. All I keep hearing about is how he was used improperly in college. Just the way he was lined up, the technique he would have as a pass rusher. His run defense is really good already. We already know that he's going to be good on the run D. But the way that Houston used him when it was time to pass rush, it was terrible. So they're saying, what the pros are saying, I'm no fucking pro, but what the pros are saying are, once he gets a little bit of coaching and the Bills teach him a couple solid pass rushing moves, you plug those things in with his size, with his agility, with his speed, and they compare his agility to a fucking defensive back. I mean, they literally compare his speed and his quickness to DBs. You add that with his size, with his motor, he's going to be an instant disruptive monster. He's going to be a straight bull rusher. So, and what Ed Oliver, somebody in the middle, because up until this point, it's been run stop, okay? Even Kyle Williams, yeah, he gets to the quarterback here and there, but we clog up the middle, we stop the run. That's what the Bills try to do, okay? Now you put in an Ed Oliver that can rush that pocket where Tom Brady can't step up, or these quarterbacks can't step up in the pocket because Ed Oliver's wrecking havoc, and you got Jerry Hughes and Shaq Lawson or Trent Murphy or Eddie Yarborough on the outside rushing, and then you got Starr or Harry Phillips plug in the middle, taking out a double team. Our D-line's going to be sick this year, and with pressure from the D-line, quarterbacks have to get rid of the ball sooner, and what happens when quarterbacks get rid of the ball sooner? You got Tremaine Edmonds, you got Matt Milano, you got Lorenzo Alexander either blitzing, getting that sack, or dropping back and getting playing coverage, plus Tre'Davious, plus Levi, plus Micah, plus Jordan Poyer making fucking plays. With pressure from the guys up front, that means you could be more aggressive in the secondary, jump more routes, It's going to be a crazy year for our defense. And the fact that some schlub like fucking Colin Cowherd, oh my God, I'm getting into it. We're going to dive into it here. Hang on one second. Hang on. Oh, man. You can't get me going. Johnson was Defensive Player of the Year in his division, if I remember. Could be interesting. Ricky, do you like the signing of rookie running back in this year's draft, Devin Singletary? I really do like him. He's a little undersized, and there's some things that are worrisome about him. You know, he had 6 catches all of last year. He's a touchdown machine. He's an absolute I mean, the way he makes people miss. I'm gonna bring up his highlights here in a second, but the way he makes people miss, it's like, whoa. And they say making guys miss in college translates to the NFL. It easily translates. If you're making guys miss in college, you're going to be able to make guys miss in the NFL. So, with that being said, just his ability to make guys miss, Singletary, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to watch. You guys are fucking lit on YouTube. Brian Abel needed to call consistent games. Some play calls last year made you shake your damn head. Absolutely. But also, with that, Dable also had some really great play calls for our squad that we were struggling offensively. Allen had no protection whatsoever. Okay, our wide receivers were semi-weak. Okay. We had a pretty weak offensive team. Shady couldn't do anything. We had no run game. Because of our offensive line. I believe it was because of our offensive line. And Dable pulled some shit out of his ass and had some good games. Looking forward to seeing McCoy ball out this year. I think he wants to go back to the Pro Bowl. I think McCoy's going to have a huge year. I don't want to say that. I want to move on. I want to say Shady's old. Let's get rid of him. Hopefully Singletary is going to ball out harder than Shady this year. But I think Shady's still the go-to guy. And with this new and improved O-line, I think Shady's going to ball. Oh, Voshan just needs to be coached, and we just happen to have the best linebacking coach in the league. I agree. I got to talk about it soon. Oh, my God. You guys are killing me. We're always jumping the gun. Coward, what do you say, Maestro? We're going to get in on it. Ed Oliver was double and triple teamed in college, and he still pushed the pocket. He's going to be a problem for offenses. I cannot wait to see it. Jets week 1. I can't wait to see Sam Darnold. He's going to go after their first drive. He's going to look around after we see that pocket move, and we're all going to be looking at each other with the same look Darnold is, except he's going to be going, I got to face this guy twice a year for the next 10, 15 years of my career. And we're all going to be looking at each other going, Ed Oliver's a fucking stud. We just got the best player in the draft. That's what we're going to be doing. My favorite fact this upcoming season, Josh Allen starts week 1. And there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about that. Allen's won all year, through and through, all off season, first team reps, wide receiver, whoever our guys are. Allen's the cohesiveness, the chemistry. I called Voshan to the Bills in the 3rd. I was a little off. John, hey, fuck it. You still called it. That's awesome. I love the guy. Did you hear about our rookie tight end that we drafted? He said he thought the Patriots was going to call him, but nonetheless, he actually loves it here in Buffalo. A lot of Buffalo fans were pissed about it, but it didn't matter to me because they were right before he got picked. I'd have a problem if he said getting picked by Buffalo. Now, I don't have a problem with it. If he said he thought the Patriots were going to draft him, I don't have an issue with that at all. Shit. Look, put yourself in the shoes of a college player. Where do you want to go? Who do you want to draft you? You want the Rams to draft you? You want the Saints to draft you? The Chargers, the Patriots? You want to go somewhere where it's super warm and balling like Miami? Or you want to go to a storied franchise that has a history of winning? Buffalo's not the hottest commodity in the world. We have to be realistic, guys. That's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to make it a commodity. They're trying to make it a place where guys want to come and play. And they're doing a really good fucking job of it. And Colin Cowherd can suck my Bills boner. Hussein. Oliver and Hughes going to retire. Brady and put the fear of God in Darnold and Rosen. Fucking the fact that Rosen is in the AFC East now makes me so excited. I can't wait to see him struggle. I can't wait to see it. For conversation's sake, how would Singletary fare if he started this year? I think it's hard to say because, and like I said, I've said this before, Singletary, you get him in the preseason, we're going to be able to tell right away. The week 1 preseason, watching Singletary go against these defenses, he starts making guys miss. He starts making plays out of the backfield. We're going to be like, okay, here we go. This is why we drafted him. This guy's got a shot to get some serious playing time. Look at, we got Shady, we got Frank Gore. If Singletary comes in and he starts shining, he's going to play. He's going to play. Ouch, Rosen versus RD. Oof. Yeah, exactly. Dylan says, bro, what do you think about CFL receiver Duke Williams' future with the Bills? I'm thinking he's going to make the squad and be money. I hope so, man. We've talked about Duke Williams a lot. We've talked about him a lot. My thoughts on Duke are I don't have high expectations for him. I don't have high expectations at all. But I think he's got a shot. I think he's got a small shot to be a red zone target. And hopefully he could be more than that. But I don't think he's got enough play speed. And he looked good in the CFL. He made a bunch of catches, a bunch of plays. But it's a CFL. It's a minor leagues. It's AA ball. It's AAA ball. So low ceiling, low risk, high reward. The guy could come out and ball. He was a top prospect coming out of high school. He went and played Auburn. He fucked his life up. He got into a bunch of trouble and shit. So he could come out and have a really, really good season and look like a stud. I don't think it's going to happen, but hopefully he does. The same thing is it's like these 6th, 7th round picks. You don't have a lot of high hopes for him, but there's always a diamond in the rough. There's always 1 or 2 guys every year that come out, they're Pro Bowlers. So Duke Williams, maybe he's the first guy that comes from the CFL, being a young guy coming from the CFL and balls out. Probably not. Hopefully he does. Ricky says, I want to go to the best team available, especially culture-wise, though. Can't have nothing without culture, man. Absolutely. That's why this guy saying that he thought he was going to go to the Patriots. Who cares? I'd want to go to the fucking Patriots. I hate the Patriots. Okay. I'm a Bills fan. Obviously, I hate the fucking Patriots. But if I'm a college kid, I'm a tight end, and the Patriots are on the clock in a few picks, I'm like, okay, let's get that call from Foxborough. It sucks to say it, but it's true. It's absolutely true. God damn it. Somebody just texted me and reminded me of a bet I lost. I bet on fucking Boston to beat Milwaukee. God damn it. I know. So, whatever. Shaq. Look at. We're jumping all over the place. We already talked that Oliver. We got Singletary highlights. Here we go. Let's talk about some Singletary.
Jet sweep's been great so far. Durant, he's just
Singletary in here. The way that this guy makes people miss is disturbing. He's not the fastest guy. He doesn't have like big, huge blowout speed, but it doesn't really matter. You don't have to hit. If you can hit that 5-yard mark down the field, that's all that matters. And this dude makes guys a mess. I think he was don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he was number 1 in the country for missed tackles last year. If not, he was very close. He is a touchdown machine. The problem with Singletary, and I hate to talk about problems, especially when his highlights are up, is that he doesn't do shit out of the backfield. And I obviously don't know a fucking Florida Atlantic scheme or their play calling or whatever. Maybe that's the case, but he had 6 catches last year. He's obviously a high-volume guy. He got a ton of yards, a ton of touchdowns, but he got 6 catches. Look at that. And he bounces off tackles. Watching these highlights are exciting. I mean, picture this guy, 22 years old, right here. Picture this guy doing these kind of plays in the NFL. I mean, 2 guys, bang, just bounces right off him. 5'7", 5'8", not huge, but they say he's a compact guy. He's not like he's not like a little. He's kind of like a Kareem Hunt, kind of like a Ray Rice. Wow. Let's hope he's not like either one of those guys. But size-wise, that's what I'm talking about. Just like a bowling ball. Yeah, Chris W., 32 touchdowns 1 year is ridiculous. FBS record. It's this 32 touchdowns in 1 year? And how is there 3 guys? How are there 3 running backs that are ranked? There was just a stat right there. 5th rushing touchdown tonight. 5th rushing touchdown tonight, it said. Yeah, he didn't play the best competition. He didn't go against the top guys. He didn't go against the top schools. I mean, look at the stands. Florida Atlantic is lit out there. There's 16 people in the stands. But, okay, oh my God. I love the dude. I love Singletary. Come on, keep showing these highlights. Whoop! See, that's what I mean, though. Man, fast linebackers, definitely guys in the secondary, are going to be able to catch up to him. You see that with Shady. Once Shady hits that open field, it's like, man, he turns those burners on. But look at big boy number 2 there. He catches up to him pretty quickly. He's a big boy. Watch this. Let's see this play here. Right up the middle. There was a big hole there. Look at that. Right, get off of him. Get off of him. It's crazy. He's a blast to watch, man. He's a blast. I'm excited to see him. And the fact that the Bills took him in the third round is probably the most exciting thing about it, because that means there was a shit ton of good players left. There was a lot of good players left in the draft that went there in the third and the fourth round. A lot of guys that we were high on. We've talked about a lot. And then they went with Singletary. I was like, damn. The fact that they went with Singletary in the third means that they had him very high on their board, which is super exciting. I wonder what Shady thinks about it. Oh, boy. Don't forget we signed the rugby player. He's another guy, man. There's always these weird signings. I just don't have high hopes for him. I'm super hyped. I'm hyped about this season, and I love to be optimistic. But guys that we draft in the 6th, 7th round, guys that we get from the CFL, guys that we get, rugby players that come over, I just can't stop watching these highlights. He's just so elusive. Just get off of me. Just slips right past everybody. Those kind of guys, I don't have high hopes for. Now, look at guys we get in the third round of the NFL draft, running backs that we draft in the third round that had 32 touchdowns in one season and set an FBS record. Yeah, those are guys that I have high hopes for. Look at that. See. I'm pumped. How could you not be excited about this guy watching these highlights, Maestro? I think Singletary could be a star now and replace Shady. Dude, we only hope, right? We hope Singletary balls out and he looks like a stud. He's outplaying Shady in preseason. He's outplaying him, at OTAs and training camp and whatnot. Bills trade Shady. They're not going to cut him. Bills trade him. They do what they did with Sammy Watkins. They get him out there and they have him have a couple huge plays in preseason. Bang, bang, bang. Give it to Shady, have him look good, and then trade it to somebody for a second, third round pick. I'd be okay with it. But again, I think Shady's going to be our guy. I think he's going to be a star this year. But, if Singletary's going to absolutely ball, let's go. Be sick. No, he didn't go up against the best competition, but that's incredible production. He is really fun to watch. Absolutely. Absolutely, Chris. His O-line was very bad, and against tough competition, it showed. He put up insane numbers for having such a bad O-line. He got hit in the backfield way too much. I think you're talking about Singletary. And, yeah, that's spot on. I mean, look at this guy. Dude, I love watching these Singletary highlights because it's like, man, you put him in that red, white, and blue, you put him in a Bills jersey, and you see him make plays like this. Look at how often. Oh, come on. Come on, you can't tackle the man. You can't tackle him. The rugby player doesn't count on the roster. He's a freebie, right? He'll be on the practice squad, most likely. Sorry, guys. Man. Bang! Okay. All right. Singletary, pumped about him. Pumped. I think everybody's on the Singletary train. Anybody that's look at the Bills. We love Brandon Beane. We love their strategy. We love the moves that they make. Look, they took this guy in the third round. Anybody that's not excited about Singletary hasn't watched his highlights. You watch his highlights, you see his stats, you get excited about him. Now, a guy that I don't know about. I want to hear what your guys' take is on Dawson Knox. Tight end, he didn't get any action whatsoever, okay? He got some action in Ole Miss, but he had to share the rock, okay? They had that Lodge guy, the wide receiver Lodge there. More importantly than that, he had A.J. Brown to share touches with. More importantly than that, DK Metcalf. He's like the 5th, 6th guy on the totem pole, okay? So I don't know. It's tough. Stats-wise, it's like, what are we doing here? We traded up in the third round. We got rid of both of our 4th-round picks for this guy. Just looking at the stats, it's a little scary. But you watch his highlights here, and it's like, he looks a little freaky. He looks like an athlete out there. He looks fast, and he's got some hands. I mean, look at his speed right here. A lot of his plays are in open field. He catches the ball in open field. Well, I mean, that was just a terrible. What the fuck was that? That's like they wanted him. That was the easiest defense I've ever seen in college football. He gets the ball in open field, and he has these long strides where he's just sprinting down the field. They say he's they say he's not an established guy in the receiving game. He was a quarterback, but look he's just a big boy, man. Long strides. I don't know. What do you guys think about Knox? What do you guys know about Knox? Hit me with some info here. Knox is fast as hell for a big man. Absolutely. That's obvious, too. That's obvious. Knox is big and fast. I'm excited for him. We needed another tight end. That's for sure. I think he's more athletic than Croft, man. Croft is an athlete, especially for a big white dude. Let's be honest here. Knox is an upside pick. A lot of experts had him as their third best tight end over. Wow, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Over Irv Smith, that's impressive. If there's guys that had him over Irv Smith, that's super impressive. My only thing is I get it. You got A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf on the field, but and again with these guys, I trust everything that Bean and these guys do. All these scouts that are out here, I trust all of them. I trust them all. So the fact that they traded up and got him in the third, and they were willing to give up so much to get him, I love it. I'm excited to see the guy play, but. Man, especially guys they trade up for, man. When you see that they wanted a guy, that they were desperate for a guy, that they were willing to trade up, like the Cody Ford, the Dawson Knox, it's like, okay, this is their guy right here. Meister says, I like being adding these tight ends. Makes me think Dable will be adding more plays to the playbook. Nick's right. He's an excellent blocker. Don't sleep on Croft, Kroom, and Sweeney. We have good competition in the tight end room. I don't know about Tommy Sweeney, but I agree. Croft, we needed tight end depth, and we found it. I like Sweeney better, says Jonah. Jonah, let's go. That's a bold statement, man. Because Sweeney is the ultimate project. He's a big boy. He looks like he's 7'5", but he also looks like he runs a 7.54 40. I can't believe you said you like Sweeney better than Dawson Knox. Now look at you look at a picture of Dawson Knox. There's not much going on there. He looks like an altar boy. I mean, he doesn't have the look of an NFL guy. So I don't really, but that doesn't matter. Big Sweeney says Maestro. He's Gronkish, Jack says. Absolutely. I'm excited. Now look at my favorite pick of the draft, guys. I'm diving in here. Yeah, we got Ed Oliver. We got Cody Ford. We got Singletary, and I'm super pumped about all three of those guys. I think they're all going to get a ton of playing time and be impact players right away. Dawson Knox, who knows? But I'm excited to see what he does, especially the fact that we traded up for him, okay? But my favorite player in this draft, okay? Let's go, boy. Let's go. You watch these highlights? Watch them with me. Both Sean Joseph. Okay, look at you. As soon as you go to YouTube, I'm going to play the music. As soon as you go to YouTube. Okay, I'm not going to play the music. As soon as you go to YouTube and you search for Voshan, the first thing that pops up is hardest hitting cornerback in college football. Or, I'm sorry, hardest hitting linebacker in college football, Voshan Joseph. Dude is a savage. Sweeney's got big time hands, says Jonah. Oh, Voshan, yes. Love clunky tight ends as the catch. It's great, just says John. Look at this dude. Okay, he's undersized, right? He has a ton of missed tackles. Those are his downsides. He's not undersized. He just hasn't filled out yet, which means he's young. He's only a junior. So he's going to come out of college here, and he's going to fill out. They're going to get him in the weight room, and they're going to get him ripped. Look at, see him right here? He's tall. He's got the size. He just doesn't have the muscle definition. Rip. Okay? So they're going to fill him out, and another problem is he misses too many tackles. Like one of my guys here said earlier, the Bills have one of the best linebacker coaches in the NFL. And what do? What do we preach? Proper tackling. Since the day Rex Ryan left, our tackling shot through the roof. Great tackling, great ball stripping skills. Bang! You mix that with this boy's fucking hitting abilities. This is my favorite player by far. Bang! He roasts people. You know who this reminds me of? He's a little bit smaller, okay? He's still a little bit more rusty than this guy, but Nigel Bradham. When the Bills drafted Nigel Bradham, it was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then you watch his highlights, and it's like, oh my God, savage. You put this guy in a franchise or with a team that has great coaching and they can kind of polish some of his weaknesses, I think Voshon Joseph's going to ball the fuck out this year. What about the huge dude from the Bengals who is a tackle? They also call it tight end. Yeah, Jake Fisher. He's another guy. He's probably going to be more of an offensive lineman who maybe can make a play or two here, you know, especially if we're on the goal line, things like that. I don't see it being much of a pass threat. I don't see him being down the field too much. Hey! What do you guys think of Joseph here? Come on. I know you guys that watch these highlights. I know you guys that do your research. You guys are fans of Voshon. I'm lit. Gator fans say Voshon is going to be a beast. They love him. Voshon, 15 yards for targeting Joseph. I'm okay with it. Okay, you throw a guy on our squad who's a dirty player. I like these guys. Those guys that, you know, you look at that. Look at that penetration right there. Man. See, another problem is I don't know what fucking position he plays. I've seen him play inside linebacker. I've seen him play outside. I've seen him on the D-line. I've seen him be a, edge rusher. I don't know what the hell he's going to be playing. Man, I'm pumped for that. If you watch that video with sound, you can hear the power of his hits. Timothy, absolutely. The reason he has missed tackles is because he plays at 100 miles an hour all the time and over pursues. That could be fixed with coaching. I'd rather coach someone who's over aggressive than under aggressive. Love it. Absolutely, Nick. I'm in total agreement. Two things. Look at, they're gonna get him in the weight room. They're gonna get him beefed up like they need him to. That's an easy fix. There's guys that get paid six figures to fit. Look at that hit. Look at that bang. He's a fucking train. He's a train. There's guys that get paid six figures to get these guys the size that the Bills want them, the size that they need them to be. The size isn't going to be an issue. And then you fix. One of the little G shows is crying. Thank God my wife's a saint. And then you fix the tackling issue because we have great coaching. He's going to be a stud. Voshon, look at here from right now. He might not be a year one starter. He might take a year to develop. But next year, okay, 2020, 2021, next year, Pro Bowl year. Maybe not Pro Bowl, but he's going to be starter. He's going to be our Matt Milano, our new Matt Milano. We're going to have Milano, Tremaine, and Voshon are going to be our linebackers. Next year, we're working on a whole D-line because Jerry Hughes is going to be old. Shaq might be gone. D-line's the main focus next year, and that's the only area we're going to need help in. I love this pick. Okay, let's dive into the depth chart. Look, we got the new depth chart here, guys, because we don't need to look at fucking Duke Williams. Yeah, I guess we can look at Duke. We got the new depth chart here with the rookies in. Let's take a look at it here with me. Let's work it out here. He's also great in coverage. Dude, Voshon looks like a heat-seeking missile. That's exactly right. Who doesn't love penetration? I'm not sure of anyone. I'm not sure of anyone that doesn't love it. Okay, let's take a look at the depth chart. Look at now. This is like one of the most prestigious depth chart. Like the updated thing. And I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that. And I love that wide receivers are right there on the top. They got John Brown and Zay Jones as our starter. What do you guys think? I mean, I think Zay's going to be our guy. I think he made a huge jump from year 1 to year 2 last year, and I think year 2 to year 3 is going to be even bigger. So I think Zay's going to be our number 1. I really, truly think that way. And then it's between then it's between John Brown and Robert Foster. And I think the winner between Foster and John Brown, who are we rooting for? I think we got to root for Robert Foster, right? Right? Undrafted dude from Alabama. He's bigger. Slower. John Brown's faster. There's we can't. That's not to say we can't utilize both guys. We definitely can, but who do we root for? I go for Robert Foster. I hope Foster's our guy. We get John Brown out there when we need to stretch the field. Look at, if we're going 5 wide, right? We got Zay, John Brown, Robert Foster, and then who? Duke Williams? No, Cole Beasley. Brown, Zay, Foster, Duke, and Cole. No, you got to have Croft out there. Regardless, I think the real talk is who's our number 2 behind Zay. I'm calling it now. David Sills is going to take Zay's spot. Sills is my dark horse. That's so crazy. It's not crazy because it could definitely happen, but man, to say that, it's like, wow, that's wild. So I think that's a little wrong. I think the slot's right. I think Zay being on the outside is right, but I think Foster's our guy. We got Dawkins at left tackle. I'm in agreement with that. Spain at guard, agree. Mitch Morse at center, agreed. I think we're going to be in a lot of 4 wide receiver sets with Brown, Foster on outside and Zay Beasley inside. Nick. When we have those 4 guys on the field, I'm going to have a Bills boner for sure. We got Foster and John Brown on the outside, Zay and Cole on the inside, Croft lined up right outside the offensive tackle. Oh, my God, Frank Gore in there pass blocking. Josh Allen has 16 seconds to get rid of the ball. Guys, I'm so fucking lit for week 1. I'm going to vomit. I'm gonna have a Bills puke. Okay, so we got Morris at center, I agree. Now, here's where I disagree, because they already said, pretty much said after they drafted Cody Ford, that they're going to have him at right tackle. And he's pretty much, Foster at 6'2" isn't that much taller than Brown. Yeah, I think Foster ran a 4.40, 40 or 4.42. And our guy, John Brown, ran a 4.33, which is fast as fuck. But close enough. And then when you add Foster's size, okay, but I think John Brown is better route runner. I think John Brown's going to be able to get open easier. But Foster could be shining. Foster could take that jump. You look at the best wide receivers in the NFL, decent rookie years, like Foster had. Foster had a notable rookie year, but that from year 1 to year 2, that's when they blew the fuck up. The Hopkins, the A.J. Green, the Julio Jones, the Kelvin Johnson, these guys that are elite wide receivers. Look at Foster has the intangibles. He's got the size. He's got the speed. You know, he's got the juice, and he showed that he's got potential. But those studs, they had similar rookie years to what Robert Foster had. Really good rookie years, but that's it. Good rookie years. But that jump to year 2, that's when they became stars. So let's see. Hopefully Foster has done nothing but put in the work all off season. All he's done is work on his route tree, work with Josh Allen, work with wide receiver coach. Just mastering his craft. If he's done that, lit. Everybody's pumped. There's no number 1 when Josh Allen is quarterback. He spreads the ball around. If you're open, he throws to you. That's the goal. John. Can we see some David Sill highlights? He's a wizard out there. He slows time down. I don't have any highlights of Sills this week. We'll go Sills highlights next week because a lot of people have talked about him. I didn't realize, I've talked about Sills. I've looked at his highlights and whatnot, and I've talked to my buddy's a big West Virginia fan. We did a little bit of diving in and whatnot. I've done some research on the guy, but I had no idea that everybody was as excited about Sills. John Roberts agreed. That's why we didn't take DK Metcalf like my brother wanted. So this is where we disagree. You put Cody Ford at right tackle. So that means that right guard spot is between Waddle, Spencer Long, Russell Bodine, Wyatt Teller, Jake Fisher, Searles, Vlad Dukas. We still have Vlad Dukas. We still have Ike Bacher, John Feliciano, Connor McDermott, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Ty Nsekhe is 11. Say Dawkins, Spain, Morse, and Cody Ford are fucking starting offensive linemen, and we're happy with that. We're ecstatic because Dawkins played really well when he had good guys around him. When Incognito and Wood were there, Deion Dawkins looked to be a stud. So now that we have some more talent around him, he's going to play really well. Quentin Spain is a proven stud. Mitch Morse is one of the best centers in the NFL. Cody Ford is the steal of the draft, projected first round. We have 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen set. Okay? So then you go to right guard. And we have 11 guys. The best player of 11 guys is who it's going to be. I'm ecstatic. So it'll be pumped. I'll be pumped to see it. So if I had to make a guess, though, if I had to guess who I think's going to get it, That's tough, man. I'm going to say Wyatt Teller. He's my standout. He started playing really well last year. He's young. You know, he looks like Thor. He's got that long hair. He started playing really well as the year went on last year. I'm going to say Wyatt Teller's our guy. So there's my starting lineup. Dawkins at the tackle. Guard is Quentin Spain. Center Mitch Morse. Right guard Wyatt Teller. Right tackle Cody Ford. Our offensive line went from one of the worst in the league to a top 10. Top 13, which is all we need. How did a black man end up with a Russian first name, Vladimir? Something went terribly wrong. I have no idea how OL is going to pan out. There are about six different combinations I would be happy with. Nseki, maybe. It all depends on if there are we, not me guys for any position. You can't talk culture and have me guys on the field. Culture. Yeah, that's right. I don't think they're bringing in guys that aren't going to be buying in. If the guys don't buy in, see ya. Nseki is the Hulk, and Nseki's the guy that can come in. I mean, if there's a guy that goes down, Nseki's going to be able to be a plug-in guy. But he's also 33 years old. What if Nseki beats out Dawkins at LT the Mundo right guard? I could see it. Dawkins has played a bunch of guard in his career. Not his career, but he's played in college. He played guard all the time. So, whatever. I'm okay with everything. The problem is you got to get that cohesiveness going. So with Allen, with the running backs, you got to get the guys in there. You got to get them playing well together right off the bat. So the sooner they can find the 5 guys that are going to start, the better for everyone. Obviously, Allen's our guy. Look at that. They got Singletary as RB3. So they got RB2 as Frank Gore, which is okay. That's easy. Look at this. Okay, so DT, Phillips, Harrison, Oliver, of course. Defensive end, they got Murphy over Shaq. See, I don't agree with that. I think Shaq's in the ball this year. Morse, 0 sacks on Mahomes since 2015. I'm so excited. Look at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes was just the MVP, and who was snapping in the ball? Mitch Morse. What's that tell you? Come on, we all need to be excited about, ecstatic about Mitch Morse. We all are. But Trent Murphy over Shaq is not true. I think Shaq's going to ball out this year. I think he's going to be the clear-cut day one starter. And I think Trent Murphy's going to be a perfect plug-in and play. Okay, Sean McDermott, that's his defensive strategy, is constantly rotating that defensive line. Constant rotation, so everybody's fresh all the time. Everybody's fresh. So Trent Murphy not starting is irrelevant. We got Shaq, we got Trent, we got Jerry Hughes, we got Eddie Yarborough. I even like our D tackles with Oliver, Phillips, Harrison. Jordan Phillips is a baller. And then Latule. Look at our D line is way better this year than it was last year. Rotation D, baby, says John. Absolutely. That's how they do it. And then our linebackers, Milano's going to have Milano, Edmonds. Oh, my God. The fact that Edmonds and Allen played so well last year in December is so huge for the Bills. So huge. Edmonds is our guy on D. He's our guy. He came out and spoke. And I think Voshan Joseph's got a shot to be that other outside linebacker. Okay, but we'll put Lorenzo in there for now. Okay, and then we got cornerback. This is another one I don't agree with. We got Tre'Davious, obviously, and then they plug Kevin Johnson in. How do you plug Kevin Johnson in over Levi Wallace? I don't understand how they do that. Levi Wallace is the starting corner. Okay, from week 10 to week 17 last year, we've talked about it a million times, the number 3 overall cornerback in the NFL. Okay, Levi Wallace is our starting corner. Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, we got the juice. McDermott needs to practice the rotation during the week more with hand signals because penalties were the worst I've ever seen last year. You can't say it was the worst, my man, Hussein. You can't say it was the worst. Let's not forget the Rex Ryan days where every other play was a goddamn penalty. But last year was kind of a shit show. It did seem like it was happening way too much. Secondary looks good. And our slot corner, Teron Johnson, I can't wait to see him get out there and healthy. I was listening to Mitch Morse on WGR. He was so put together and smart. I thought he was a coach being interviewed. But Wallace was good. Voshan learning behind Alexander, couldn't ask for better. No, absolutely not. There's so many good things going on here, guys. Oh, man. I was just about to wrap up, but I got to talk about this fucking idiot. I have to talk about him. Fucking Colin Cowherd. And I got this picture of him because he's a schlub who fucking dyed his hair And he tried to act all cool once he went to Fox. He's an asshole. I hate him. All he tries to do is drop hot takes and get attention. Okay? He did this segment where he did 3 words to describe every AFC team, right? Dolphins were tank until Rosen or something stupid, talking about how Rosen might be the juice for him. Jets are double their wins from last year. He went on this rant about how Darnold is going to have a good year. Le'Veon Bell and C.J. Mosley are huge problem fixers. They're gonna change the franchise. And then the Patriots one was Tom beating time. And then it gets to the Bills, okay? And what the fuck does Coward say? Yeah. Hussein says, laughing my ass off. It looks like a rodent. He looks ridiculous. I can't fucking stand the guy. I'd like to kick him. If he was in front of me right now, I'd kick him in the nuts and say, go Bills, motherfucker. Okay? And then he gets to the Bills, and the 3 words he says for the Bills is still miles away. I don't have time for this. I can't deal with this shit. Still miles away. Colin Cowherd, you schlub. Do your research. He goes, the Bills had 7 double-digit losses last year. Yeah, okay. 7. Of the 5 of the 7, Josh Allen wasn't starting. You didn't mention that. Okay? You didn't mention that. You want to talk about how good our defense is and how it only got better with Ed Oliver? And he goes, yeah, I like the Ed Oliver pick, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. We're going to have the best defense in the NFL. You can't argue with that. Who's rodent, says Jack. Fucking Colin Cowherd. This guy's a schlub. He's a diehard Steelers fan. I don't care what the fuck he is. He's on Tom Brady's nuts constantly. Okay, all he does is he says shit for he's clickbait. Give me reasons why the Bills are still miles away. Well, you want to look at our last 6-7 games last year and say if Charles Clay would have caught that ball, and again Andre Roberts didn't ball out against us on special teams, we are 6-1 to end the season. 6-1 to end the year last year. Okay, we were a top 12 offense last year when Josh Allen came back from injury, and he was much improved. What do you think's going to happen now that he's got a whole other offseason? Guys, the Bills again are getting no respect. We're wrapping this up here. Only good thing about Cowherd is he does jump on our bandwagon when we do good. Yeah, I guess. Jump on the bandwagon when we do good. Fuck him. Jack says he was wrong about Josh Allen. Dead wrong. Had to eat some humble pie. Corey said he looks like Tom Brady's gay secret lover. He's a joke and doesn't know shit. No, he doesn't. He looks like that 65-year-old man that does whatever he has to do to try to stay young, to try to stay hip. He's an asshole. Guys, if you're on Facebook, share this thing. You guys on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to get the notifications. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Colin Cowherd, kiss my ass. Somebody tag him. Send this video to the herd. Colin, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to the Bills. We're going to have a great defense. Our offense is much improved. I mean, look at what we've done with the O-line. Look at what we've done with the wide receivers. Look at what we did in the draft. Look at how much better Josh Allen got from when he started the season, got hurt, and then he came back. Look at how much better he got. What do you think's going to happen from year 1 to year 2? Kiss our ass. I mean, really. Colin is from Seattle where the people are fair weather fans. That's wrong. Or I'm sorry, that's absolutely right. Love the live video, partner. Thanks, Maestro. I appreciate that, man. Corey, be good, brother. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Hit the subscribe. Hit that like. We got so much to talk about. I'm going to be pouring the Bills videos in. I'm lit. We're back on the train here. Things are going to get going again with Blindsided Sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go, Bills. Fuck Colin Cowherd. Kiss my ass, motherfucker.